All right, go ahead and raise your hands, and I will get you the mic.
John, coming off such a good stretch this has been for Gossman, what was it about the Orioles tonight that were able to get to him?
I mean, they had a pretty specific approach, it looked like, just looking for balls up in the zone. I know Hayes hit the splitter, but I don't think it wasn't carrying as much as it has been. And they were aggressive on fastballs up. You know, Santander hits a ball out of the zone for a 2-strike homer. Second one from Hayes was just kind of middle, but they do damage, and you got to try to avoid it. You got to try to pitch to weak contact against these guys instead of trying to strike them out because they're not going to give in. And I thought they had a good approach against Kev.
With the lineup with that much power, and I know you can't totally avoid it, but how much of a challenge is that for a pitcher trying to still be themselves but really alter a game plan for that?
Yeah, it's just you got to locate. And Kev did against Santander the first time. You know, it's a good swing. You know, against 96 out of the zone. So you give him credit, but you have to just really locate. You know, and I think today with Kev, his stuff wasn't exactly as sharp, especially the split. But I think everyone else, I mean, Urias hits a home run, middle, you know, and I think Hayes' second run, middle. You know, as good as anyone on our staff's stuff is, you got to execute, and you got to execute consistently because they're not budging with getting their swings off.
John, there were some quick innings for Grayson Rodriguez tonight. What was he doing that was so effective against you guys?
I think we missed fastballs, really. There were fastballs in the zone. He's got a good heater. We knew that going in. I think we either missed him or, didn't do much with him. And that was kind of it. You know, we had pitches to hit and didn't do much with it.
I think they've got the fourth best starters ERA this year. I mean, they seem to have really come a long ways with their pitching staff. How much more challenging has that made them as an organization, a team?
Yeah, you go out and get a Cy Young Award winner in Burns. He's obviously good, and the guys that have been here, whether it's Grayson or Dean Kramer, Bradish, they've all really gotten a lot better. So yeah, they're a good team. You know, everyone in the league knows that, but you have to find a way to score. Because they're pretty good at putting up runs.
John, just one more on the challenge of facing the Orioles lineups. You contain the top four there. They don't do much of the damage. The damage comes from the bottom half. What does that say about just sort of how their lineup is set up?
Yeah, I mean they're a good team. I don't want to sit here and say they're the 27 Yankees. They're not that good, but they're a good team. You know, so when you navigate the top, you still have to. They're still big league hitters. They're still good big league hitters. You know, again, I'm not taking credit away from them. They've done a lot of really good things with both their young players and the guys that have been here. But still, you have to execute and navigate every single hitter. Good night from Hayes and good night from Santander. But that's how they're built. You know, they're built to do damage. And, that part of the order kind of got us tonight.
I know I've asked you a few times about Bo. It's been an up and down season with more down than up, and he's coming off that rough series against Pittsburgh. But I think it was the second at bat, the 9-pitch ground out where he fought off a bunch of full count pitches. Does that sort of lead into that double in the ninth inning and maybe move him along?
You hope so, yeah. I mean, we need Bo. You know, I think for him, it's just getting. I think in that at bat, you know, where he was fouling some stuff off and grounding out, he was getting good swings off. And when he does that, he's as good as anybody. So I think that at bat going into the double, that's kind of his bread and butter there, right center. And I think making some adjustments along the way. There's been a lot of fastballs in, you know, especially with Pittsburgh, a couple today with Grayson, and you'd have to adjust a little bit. But I liked his at bats as the game went on for sure.
John, are you prepared to name a starter for tomorrow?
No. And one quick thing, I don't want to discredit them. I know I said they're not the 27 Yankees. Please don't make that be the headline. They're a good team, but you have to find a way to go through their whole lineup. So that's, again, taking nothing away from them.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, guys.